Hi, I'm Trent Johnson with Greeley Hat Works, and my art form is felt. Greeley Hat Works has been around since 1909, and I'm the fourth hat maker to own it. And I'm really excited because this is my 30th year of being the owner of Greeley Hat Works. One of the things that really makes us different is the Greeley experience, because we're not going to just build a hat and sell a hat as much as we are going to work with you and our vintage equipment to measure your head and help you design the perfect hat for you. When we start with a customer, like I said, we'll actually, in our studio, we'll set them in a vintage chair and measure their head with the conformateur. Once we do that, we'll trace it, cut it out, and put it into the sister piece called the familion, meaning it's familiar to the shape of your head. And then we'll start talking about some different things like color, quality, crown height, brim width, how you're going to be using that hat, because you and I together can create the most incredible hat ever. The advantage to our process over others is that we are hand picking out each piece of felt, and I get to help design the felt literally from the hair up. And so once we get that, it's steamed and molded over a vintage hat block, and all of the processes are done by hand. It isn't like a widget that you put in the specs into some sort of computer and 30 minutes later out pops a hat at the other end. It's really just awesome individuals, and we are each creating the hat specifically for you. One of the things I'm always excited about when I'm at the Old West Museum, especially during this art show, is to be with other artists that are, I guess, very like-minded in wanting to preserve the American West and or also putting a contemporary spin on the American West. The reason we like coming to the art show, number one, it's excited to be recognized as an artist, and hat making as an art in itself is, that goes without saying, that's really special. But to be able to work with people one-on-one in that building with all of that history around it, I think brings in a whole nother element of maybe why they want a hat. I'm really excited that 2026 is the year of the American Indian. I look forward to collaborating with American Indian artists, because from the beadwork and the silver work and all the things that people always know comes from the American Indian, I think there are some really special ways to tie that into the tradition of the American cowboy hat. And on top of that, part of every sale that we make stays in Cheyenne with the Old West Museum. It's important to me to give back and to have that money stay with the arts and in Cheyenne. We're in alignment with the Old West Museum, but the thing that is really cool is the way that the Old West Museum is not only preserving the art, but sharing the art for the next generation. And I like to think the same thing about Greeley Hat Works is, yes, we've been around since 1909. Yes, I've been at the helm for 30 years, but we're still creating a functional, wearable piece of art that is actually a tool that has been used since the very beginning of cowboys in the American West.